Think about this, $1.4 trillion. This is the estimated wealth of the Saudi royal family. Not a billion, trillion, more than 25,000 royals, over 200 princes, and collectively, they create the wealthiest family on the planet. However, they are not merely wealthy. They are a worldwide power, a cash dispenser, a lineage with oil coursing through its veins and authority in its essence. Wealth streams in like the scorching desert sun, unyielding, dazzling, unreachable. But here's the twist. How did a formerly nomadic tribe transform into the most unstoppable empire in history? Fasten your seatbelt because this tale just becomes even crazier. Picture this, 18th century Arabia, tough deserts, wandering tribes, and persistent sandstorms. Yet, at the center of it all, a strategic shift is developing. Muhammad bin Saud, a powerful tribal chief, allies with Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, a religious reformer with daring concepts. Their agreement wasn't solely about survival, it was a tactic. One possessed the swords, the other possessed the sermons. They came together to unify a divided territory and established the groundwork for what would eventually turn into an international powerhouse, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Now leap ahead to the year 1938. The quiet town of Dammam unexpectedly bursts into activity, and oil flows massively from the earth. That one instant? Transformative. The desert transformed into a treasure trove. The royals transitioned from riding camels to leading convoys. The House of Saud didn't merely rise, they burst onto the global stage. Oil represented more than just wealth, it was strength, and they possessed it in rivers. From that moment forward, their power was unassailable. Drum by drum, line by line, the realm changed. Wealth moved quicker than the oil alone. What began as a partnership in the desert evolved into the wealthiest family globally, controlling oil, allegiance, and a heritage that would span across continents. And this was merely their first performance. Saudi Aramco is more than a corporation. It's a vast empire cloaked in oil-drenched luxury, the most valuable company on earth, valued at trillions. And can you believe who manages it? The Saudi royal family. This isn't the riches of Wall Street. This is advanced, government-owned, limitless fund kind of influence. With each gallon pumped and every contract signed, it courses directly into royal bloodlines. As the public spends at the gas station, the royals amass wealth quietly. However, that's merely the start. Introducing the Public Investment Fund, commonly referred to as the PIF. We're discussing a 500+ billion powerhouse that not only participates in the financial arena, but also reshapes the guidelines. At one point, it's purchasing shares of Uber and Lucid Motors. Next, it's establishing advanced desert cities such as NEOM or acquiring football teams like Newcastle United, Silicon Valley, Hollywood, the Premier League. All of them are up for grabs in this trillionaire chess match. And still, despite their worldwide influence, the House of Saud operates like a phantom. Press tours are not conducted in the Aramco boardroom. No shiny analyses of where the trillions go. Everything is concealed behind layers of secrecy, trust funds, and hushed agreements. Here's the question that keeps analysts, journalists, and even governments anxious. How does a family with such wealth and visibility remain so unnoticed? And if that's what they show us, what are they actually concealing? Enter the Tempest, Mohammed bin Salman, or MBS. At only 39, he's more than a crown prince. He's a global game changer. Referred to as the symbol of a new Saudi Arabia, MBS disregards traditional norms. He launched Vision 2030, an ambitious initiative aimed at transforming Saudi Arabia from reliance on oil to cutting-edge innovation. He relaxed social limitations, implemented daring changes, and boldly confronted age-old customs. Yet, he continued on. In 2017, MBS initiated a stunning anti-corruption campaign. Billionaires and royalty were confined within the Ritz-Carlton, and after the chaos subsided, more than $100 billion returned to the royal treasury. Strength maneuver? Certainly. Yet, as he reshapes the kingdom, his private life shouts extreme extravagance. A $300 million French castle resembling something from a fairy tale. A mega yacht named Serene, valued at $500 million, adrift with the Salvator Mundi artwork worth $450 million on board. Is that his garage? It's disorder in the most wonderful manner. A Riviera Zonda from Pagani, a Chiron by Bugatti, devices shaped for nobility. He's creating a future Silicon Valley in the desert, yet he remains a prince of the traditional elite. Updater, ruler, enigma, he's every one of them. Yet with such immense power, concentrated in a single individual, one question lingers. How long can he maintain stability before everything tips over? Let go of your ideal house. Disregard the homes of the famous. The Saudi royal family resides in such magnificent palaces that that they render five-star hotels comparable to budget inns. Let's begin with the Murabba Palace. It's not merely an old artifact. It stands as a vibrant testament to power, where heritage and tradition intersect. Constructed by King Abdulaziz in the 1930s, it's steeped in history. Currently a museum, it continues to resonate with murmurs of royal influence and significant choices that molded the country. Next is Al Yamama Palace. Prepare yourself. 400 chambers, walls interwoven with gold, Italian marble refined to brilliance, chandeliers so enormous they appear as though they were created in the skies. This isn't a castle, it's a stronghold of complete control. Every centimeter shouts authority. And we haven't finished yet. When do the royals leave Saudi Arabia? They expand internationally in fashion. Chateau Louis XIV in France, a $300 million marvel inspired by the Renaissance, boasts gold leaf fountains, marble sculptures, and hidden underground entertainment chambers. Indeed, bunkers. And what about in the US? Chateau de Lumière, a $12 million embodiment of Versailles elegance, located in Virginia. Envision mirrored corridors, grand staircases, and ceilings adorned like the Sistine Chapel. These are not residences, they are statements, evidence that the House of Saud doesn't merely govern a kingdom, they dominate luxury itself. Let's discuss toys, but not the plastic ones from your yard. We're discussing hovering strongholds, sky-high castles, and vehicles that appear to have been immersed in Midas's gold. First on the list, the yachts. Serene, a $500 million luxury vessel belonging to MBS, features a helicopter landing area, several swimming pools, and a mini submarine. Next is Al Salama, formerly owned by King Fahd and Prince Abdulaziz, among the largest private yachts globally. These ships don't navigate, they drift like hushed kingdoms over global seas. Now direct your gaze towards the heavens. The Saudi royals don't utilize commercial flights. They glide through skies in customized Airbus A380s that resemble Versailles in the air. Gold descends, silken walls, meditation spaces, movie theaters. It's a city soaring amidst the clouds. Include Boeing 747s and 777s featuring interiors adorned with gold. No seatbelts required. Luxury provides the stability here. And on the ground? Oh, it's an alternative type of showcase. Lamborghinis coated in gold. Bentleys, bespoke Mercedes G63s that shine under the desert rays. And the most valuable asset? The $8.2 million Bugatti La Voiture Noire is a vehicle so unique it appears to have traveled from the future. Yet the true fascination lies in which meetings, which power struggles, which secrets have been murmured behind the velvet drapes of these gilded contraptions? When the Saudi royals commemorate, it's not merely a festivity, it's a grand event. We're referring to private islands arriving like VIPs, orchestras from Vienna performing beneath desert moons, and wedding gowns so extravagant they are priced over a mansion, specifically $3 million. This isn't too much, it is a form of art. Stars like Beyoncé and DiCaprio appear, not merely to participate, but to engage in something legendary. Although Hollywood may believe it understands glamour, an evening with the House of Saud makes the Oscars seem like a simple backyard barbecue. And the presents? We're discussing timepieces adorned with diamonds, crowns embellished with emeralds, and bespoke supercars distributed as if they were party favors. Leaders have left these events adorned with million-dollar jewelry as if it were a token of appreciation. However, it's not solely about the shine, it's also about planning. The Saudis aren't merely showing off, they're entwining themselves into the global cultural tapestry. They possess Livy Golf. They acquired Newcastle United. They invest billions in unique art and advanced charitable efforts. Each gesture, every contribution, every event, all of it creates impact. So here's the actual question. Is this altruism, or is it a form of soft power in fashionable guise? Beneath the melodies and the jewels, a silent empire is constructed, one agreement, one celebration, one billionaire's handshake at a moment. At this point, the gilded mask begins to falter, as beneath the shine exists turmoil. Prince Al-Walid bin Talal, frequently referred to as the Arabian Warren Buffett, committed an astonishing $16 billion to charitable organizations worldwide. Seems admirable, doesn't it? However, not all are applauding. Critics argue that no level of generosity can erase the opulence of $500 million yachts and mansions filled with diamond chandeliers. It's a story of generosity and remorse, strength and viewpoint. Next is the PIF, the Public Investment Fund, strategizing on an international level. We're discussing investments in Uber, Microsoft, Lucid Motors, and others. Not merely billions, it's a subtle impact that resonates throughout Silicon Valley to Wall Street. And as the West discusses, the royals allocate funds. However, the standout attraction or focal point is NEOM, a $500 billion future futuristic city emerging from the deserts of Saudi Arabia. Synthetic satellites, aerial ride-hailing services, automated helpers. It feels like science fiction, doesn't it? However, this is actual money. True aspiration. Some refer to it as innovative. Others, a trillionaire's extravagant endeavor without boundaries. A play area where imagination turns into reality in a tangible way. Each action the House of Saud takes becomes a news story. Each action creates both illumination and darkness. The crucial question is, are we observing a family altering the future or changing the dynamics of power? Therefore, following all the gold, yachts, supercars, and private jets, we're left with inquiries. What amount of wealth is truly concealed behind those marble walls? What mysteries are hidden beneath the palaces of the desert? And where is the House of Saud moving next? One thing is certain, the world witnesses the glamour, but only the royals understand the complete narrative. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, as behind every golden curtain, another mystery is always lurking.